We're going to start with a kettlebell. This is a 10-pound kettlebell I got at TJ Maxx, and these are some of my favorite kettlebell exercises to practice functional mobility. We're going to start with a squat. So you're just going to grab the kettlebell with both hands, bending the knees and the hips, and keeping the low back nice and neutral, so using those lower abdominals to stabilize. The weight should be a little bit more in your heels than in the front of your feet. Just going to turn so you can see what this looks like from the side. So again, neutral spine, bending at the hips and the knees, making sure that the knees are not traveling too far forward. Next, we're going to work on a Romanian deadlift. So this is still going to require lumbar stabilization using those lower abdominals. However, our feet are going to be slightly more narrow, so probably right underneath the hips. And the weight is going to be more in the balls of the feet compared to the heels. You can see as I turn to the side that my hips are higher up compared to the squat. There's more of a bend in my hips and less of a bend in my knees. You don't have to go all the way down, so you're just going to go as far down as your hamstrings allow you. Again, slight bend in the knees. Next, we're going to work on some upper body. So you can do this in standing, sitting in a chair. I'm just going to do it in kneeling. We're doing a shoulder press, one arm at a time. So we're going to make sure to stabilize the abdominals, keeping the ribs down, pressing the weight up over the shoulder, and then coming all the way back down to shoulder height. Unilateral exercises are great because you can really notice the imbalances in strength on one side versus the other, and it also challenges your core. Our final exercise for this full body workout is a bent over row. So you're going to make sure the spine is in neutral, and then we're going to pull the elbow back, squeezing the shoulder blade, and then slowly lowering the weight back down. I'm using my arm to stabilize the opposite side. You can also use a chair, or you can just keep your hand on your hip. You can work on varying the sets and reps depending on what your goals are. So for example, if you're working on strength, I would maybe do 6, 8, 10 reps and maybe 2 to 4 sets. And if you're working on endurance, I would drop the sets and increase the reps. The heavier the weight is, the less reps you're going to do before taking a rest. Bonus, I'm going to show you this combined squat and overhead press. So if you're running short on time, you can combine these two movements. They're both considered push exercises, but you have to have a lot of control. You can do the same thing with the Romanian deadlift and the bent over row. However, I'm not going to show that in this video.